Yo, what up? Second video I wanted to post today was another 80s action cheese fest I watched on Blu-ray. And let's just get into it. This is Stone Cold, put out by Olive Films, and Brian Bosworth is the lead in this. Now, I've never heard of this dude. I've never seen him. I know nothing about him. Unfortunately, this thing has zero special features, not even a trailer or nothing. So there's no commentary. I can't find out anything like that about it. So this review is just solely on the watch of the film last night. Now, I was on a kick with the Cobra. I was really good mood because that movie was badass. Now, this movie has some badass parts to it. Basically, main gist is Brian Bosworth he's a cop, and he's basically gets recruited to infiltrate this biker gang to bust Lance Henriksen, who's the head dude of this biker gang. And you know, all the stuff that happens after obviously it doesn't go as planned and all that, and they find out he's a cop, blah blah blah. You know, typical story of the 80s with a lot of these action films. But what separated this one is this is definitely like a motorcycle, like Harley Davidson lovers movie. I mean, there's just so many scenes of just him and people riding bikes for a long time, just like looking badass, and like some 80s metal or thrash band or whatever playing in the background, you know. That's the general story to this. This movie definitely felt more dated than Cobra. I mean, Cobra was dated, but this felt real dated. This dude, Brian Bosworth, I'm not the biggest fan of this dude, if I'm judging him based solely on this movie. I thought he was, like, really lame. His hairdo was, everything about him was, like, almost cringy to look at. And that is cool. I mean, because that's what I am looking for when I get a movie called Stone Cold from the 80s and a cover like that. But the thing is, though, that makes it look like it's like a Terminator knockoff, which was kind of what I was expecting. And this dude seems like, I don't know, it's hard to put a finger on it. Like, he should be working out in California in the 80s, you know, with the body glove suit and all that. It was just like really just cheesy. But you know, especially when he puts on his like motorcycle outfit and he tries to look badass, it's pretty cringy. But basically, like, there's some badass scenes though, like when he gets to the motorcycle hangout festival thing or whatever, there's like a big pit fight, and he pretty much beats the dude's ass, and you know, there's like motorcycle races he does, and yeah, that's about all I could say about the dude. There's no really good one-liners or anything, which was kind of a disappointment. Uh, and another thing about this movie, when there's no action scenes or like Harley kind of stuff or trying to show off and all that, and they're like trying to get into a plot, the talky parts are almost like way too long. Like, this movie almost tried to take it too serious when, like I said, when I get a movie like Stone Cold like this, you know, 80s, and especially with the back cover like that, I don't know, I was expecting it to be a little more fun. I mean, this movie took itself a little too serious. The climax wasn't that great. One plus I do give this, though, is there was a lot of nudity in this. Like, when you first see Brian Bosworth, this dude, he's like the main cop guy. He played in Freaks and Geeks, and I think was like Ross's dad or something, and Friends or something. But he's a character actor. He always plays like a Jewish dad and everything he plays in, pretty much. But anyways, he goes to Brian Bosworth's house, and he's like just chilling, and then the dude sits down on the bed, and there's a naked chick in the bed or whatever, and there's some jokes with that. And then the very next scene, it cuts to a strip club with like this metal band playing on the stage and all these strippers stripping and all that. And that's like a pretty long scene, so you have like a lot of nudity right there. And then when they go to like the compound that Lance Henriksen owns, there's like women showering and stuff. So there's a lot of that. One thing too I wanted to say before I concluded this was Lance Henriksen. This movie goes to show why Lance Henriksen is one of the best character actors of all time. Like, I've seen him in so many things, and in every movie you see him in, you forget that he's Lance Henriksen. Like, you actually kind of believe he's this badass biker character or whatever that he portrays in this. And another shout out I want to give is what is it? What's his name? William Forsythe. I've seen him in a bunch of stuff, but you actually hate his character in this. I mean, he does a good job portraying that. And I'm actually reading the back of this, and I guess the Brian Bosworth was a Seattle Seahawks linebacker. So, I mean, wow. I don't know how many other movies he played in. I'll probably track one more down to try it out, and if I don't dig it, I'll probably be done with Brian Bosworth. But yeah, his acting was really nothing special in this. I give this movie, I mean, it was short, 83 minutes, but this actually felt like forever to get through. And yeah, and then Olive Films, I don't have a whole lot of Olive Films, like their horror stuff, like Killer Workout and stuff like that. The transfers looked alright, but this transfer was okay. I mean, there were some good looking scenes, but a lot of it, there was a lot of artifacts in the film grain and all that, so take that what you will. I don't recommend this as high as Cobra, but I recommend it if you are an 80s fan and you like canon type stuff. This one doesn't go as over the top as a lot of canon stuff, but it's worth 11, 12 bucks. I think I got it for like 11 bucks on Amazon, so it's worth that. I mean, it is what it is. Badass cover. But anyways, guys, peace.